me walk you through for the next page what I've done. I create a little waterfall. I cut this down to fit on my page. And then I have this 3 fold-outs. This picture, it's actually beautiful. I don't know if you can see that step there. Parish on there. That was underneath here. And that's why I've put the steps on this side. That one was an offcut from my previous page. And I just stagger it so that it's a little bit interesting. These pages, I have got this one, this flap underneath, and that measures 5 inches, score at 1/2 inch, and then one, I think I did 1/4 inch, 2 score lines. And in the length, it is 6 1/8. This one's, it's just 1 score line, 1 score line, and then I do have this closure measures 4 1/2 inch, 1 inch on, and the width was 3 1/8. I wanted to use the window. That was the cutoff, and that's why this is so wide. It's to fit that. And then my favorite, my dots, Velcro dots for the closure. I don't have anything at the back, and I need still to do the strips. I'm going to find this 2 strips for here. I do have all these offcuts. There's one, and then I just need to cover that one. I do have the strips on, and that. So this is done. For this, I just wanted to tell you, I do like putting my photos sometimes just on white. Let me show you. I know this photo is way too big, but just to give you an idea, I don't know what happened to the photos I normally use. That when you clean your craft room, that's happened. You start looking for stuff. There's no white border. Like this one has got a white border around. There's no white border on this one. So when you place it, it looks good for the white to show. Right, that is this page done. Score tape, and that can go into the book. I decided this is the second last page, and I'm going to make a belly band. It is the belly band, it's wide, it's 4 inches in the width, and you can still put nice photos onto your belly band as well. I turn it over. It's not very long, my piece, but it's going to work. I've just turned it over to the one side, and I burnish on the fold line, and I make sure I am straight, well, in the middle and straight, and hooked it in, and I'm just going to bring that one over and just bend it over. I prefer to do my belly bands this way because you can make it so much nice and tight that it's not too tight. It's still going to move, but it's not falling off, even without glue or tape it. And I just going to take this off. I want to ink it up first. I don't do a lot of my albums with inking up because that's not really my style. But this paper definitely need to have the inking up. Okay, so let's put that down. I decided on the belly band, I'm going to use one of these cards, these big ones, and they fit perfectly. So I'll put the blue paper first, and I've just made a booklet of this. That's an option you can do, and taking it out. But I've got this in mind. I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to make a pocket. But it's going to be a half a pocket up to here. Let's see. How deep can we make it? Up to there, I think. Yes. Let's do that. So how do I do a half a pocket? Let me show you. So we're going to do it on the side here, the ink, not the ink, the glue, and we're just going to glue it halfway. And then I'm going to come across over here. And then this we can ink up all of it. Let me do it. This struggles to come out. It's cold. It's a little bit colder this morning. And let's do the side there. Now we just need to position it. And I think I'm good. Let's open it. Let's see if it's going to work. I need to get something smaller. Let's see. Oh, that's too big. That's it. And I think this one is going to do it. I'm just going to leave this to dry. And I will. And that is our belly band. ready to go into the book. Now this will be a problem. This is going to flap open all the time. And let's do some Velcro dots. Okay, that's in the middle, and that's better. So this is ready for the book. I did put this page in the book, and this was now the last page. Let me go through. It's an easy one. I used this page from the 8x8, and I just cut it down to fit onto the last page. I didn't want to cut this up because I've done some, and you can still put photos on here that will look nice. This side here, it's just as like a Z fold, and I just make sure that this fit onto my paper and inked it all up. I had 6 of these ones left, and they actually work very, very good. That is. Now, the only thing is, the closure for this was a headache. And I decided to make a long one and use this is from the cutouts, and use that onto the closure with put the dot here at the bottom, and that works very well. On this side, so this is the smaller ones that I did cut out, and they're very cute, and that's what they are, and exactly the same, and closure for that. Now they're not the same size, that's why I put them in the middle of the page. That is the end of the pages. Now it's time to revisit all the pages. The album is finished. Let me show you what I've done to the front of the album. I made a frame. The idea with the frame is I want it to be really big enough to fit this picture. This one comes from the 12 by 12 paper pack. This is also the 12 by 12 paper pack. That is the fuzzy cut. And all I did is I inked it up on the edges, put it onto white cardstock, ink it up again, and I use glossy accent for the top of it to make it more durable. And my frame just fit nicely into that picture. I just use the blue paper for the background, and the closure I just use seam binding, and this is the side. So what I did here with the side, I'm just going to show you that. That is also chipboard that I cut out the same as that, cover it, and I've put that on top of it. Just going to lift my camera. That's better. Now you can see it. And then on this side, it's just the back. I've put that there to cover the seam binding for the closure. And let's go into the album. This is on the chipboard side, so page 1. I didn't do a lot here. I left that white. I left that side white as well. I just put here a nice tuck spot, and that's nice and deep. That was just an offcut piece that I've just put on. And we flip that, and I've just put that over there so that this is not too plain. Because yeah, you can put a photo. There you can put photo, or you can write. If you've got a fancy white pen, you can write your message, and that I just left it white. On this side, I put that one there. That was the 8x8 paper pack. That's the tags. You do get a lot. I put some 2 tags on this side, and that is your mat, the photo mat. I put a tuck spot on this side, and I just put those ones there just to break up the blue. I put that on that side, and that is for your pocket. And this side, I just left it white. On to our next page. This is from the 12x12 paper pack. I've put that on the white cardstock to make a photo mat. That I do have a tuck spot there. That was the cutout that I did fussy cut. Just put it on to white cardstock and made a tuck spot. And then you do have your pocket here. The opposite side, that is just your photo mat. I just left this in here as well. And that is all the photo mats. I just left them all white. Onto this side. This window was also the fussy cut from the 12x12, and I've got it as just the blue, and I've got my Velcro dot for the closure. So that's what this is. And there is a tuck spot on that side. Let me show you better. That's your tuck spot. And that is your pocket. Now, I don't have anything in here. I'm going to leave it there so I can make sure to put something in there. this closure, and this comes up. I left this blue. I just left it all. I want to showcase the paper. It's so beautiful. Onto this side. This side, I have the Velcro dots. I left that on the blue, and that is going up. This was also from the cutouts. My blue was a little bit short, so I had to use 2 pieces. On this side, I just left it like that, and that is the pocket. And that's closed like that. I do love the Velcro dots. They make it so much easier. This is also Velcro dot here. And that is the half size pocket. And that is our photo mat. I was thinking of fixing my mistake on that side, and no, it's part of the book. On this side, I do have this closure where you can put your photos, and it opens up. Let's put that onto the big pocket, and that is your photo mat. And here you can still tuck your photos underneath. Very easy page, but beautiful. This one here, it's just our waterfall. Our belly band. That is a small pocket. I will not put a photo on there. I would rather write on that piece, and here I will put photos. And this is a booklet. I didn't put nothing on it. And then, of course, our last page. It is our Corsatina fold-out. Let me bring it so you can see the whole fold-out. And this side as well. Come close. This one is just a smaller one. And on that side, I love this paper. It's so beautiful. And it was so fun to make this. And this is seam binding that I use for the closure. I'm not going to pull it tight. That's fine. And I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. A lot of work, but it was so much fun. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, the notification bell, like, share, and if you want to leave me a comment, I will appreciate that. Until the next one.